Hello. Please do. Thank you. Got my lighting crew here. Sorry I'm a little late. We're driving in Maine and I'm navigating, but I'm here to talk about nutrients. So our topic this week is nutrients. Should I be getting them from food or should I be getting them from supplements, a combination? What's the deal? So I want to start off by saying that when it comes to health, getting nutrients from food is always going to come first. So when we talk about nutrients, we're talking about a few different things. We're talking about your macronutrients, your proteins, carbs, and fats, and we're talking about your micronutrients, your vitamins and minerals. And we always want to start with food. If you're eating a diet that's high in processed, refined carbohydrates and hydrogenated oils and just general shit, throwing a bunch of supplements on top isn't going to make up for that. It's not a Band-Aid. They're called supplements for a reason. They're meant to supplement what you're already doing. So we're going to start with whole foods, real foods, nutrient-dense foods. The fact of the matter is, just in these days today, that it is harder to get nutrients from food because our food's not as nutritious. Our soils aren't as nutritious. If we are, sticking to a budget and buying commercially raised meats, the nutrient profile in those is going to be different than food raised, grass-fed, and pasture-raised. So when it comes to maximizing nutrients from food, organic is going to be the best way to go. When it comes to your meats, whenever possible, pasture raised for your poultry, for your chicken, wild caught for your fish. Grass-fed is good, but pasture-raised is better because it means that the animals were allowed to roam their natural habitat, eat their natural diet, and those are going to have the best nutrient profile for you to then consume. Now, when it comes to supplements, sometimes we still do need to add in some extra stuff. There are various ways we can test it. One is meeting with a practitioner, someone like myself. You can go to your doctor and have a blood panel done, and they can test for different vitamins and minerals and actually check your levels. And so supplements can be a great addition, but we definitely want to start with food. Some special considerations, if you're eating a vegetarian or vegan diet, then it's highly likely that you should be on a vitamin B supplement. Vitamin B12 especially is a really important vitamin in our body, and it's really only available from animal foods. So if you don't eat animal foods, then you definitely want to explore a B vitamin. I've talked before about vitamin D. If you live in a climate where most of us do, right? We're here in Boston, we're here in the Northeast, where a good portion of the year it's dark and it's winter. A vitamin D supplement is usually going to be very appropriate and something that you want to add into your diet. Those are two that are pretty certain. And then when it comes to the other ones, then there's going to be a lot of different factors. And so I'm not going into detail today on the different nutrients and supplements and XYZ. If that's something that y'all do want more info on, in my stories and in my emails that I send out, you can ask those questions. But in terms of the topic, whole foods versus supplements, rule number one is we always want to start with whole foods first. Nutrient dense, whenever possible, organic, pasture raised, grass fed is always going to be the most nutrient dense. And then from there, we pick and choose and figure out what supplements we might need to then complete kind of our best scenario. So that's that. Hope it was helpful. This video will be available for the next 24 hours, and then I will post it later in the week. If you have further questions on any of that stuff, please ask it in my stories and in my emails this week. But other than that, that's that. Thank you.